All right, Miss April and Annalise. The purpose of this group session today is to discuss some issues that you guys have been having within the home and some of the information that I got off the needs assessment that I had you guys fill out before we started the session. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about for the group is the importance of confidentiality. With confidentiality, I want you to understand everything that you say in this room is private. It's not going to go anywhere outside of the room. And I'm going to ask you guys not to talk about any of the information that's discussed outside of this session as well. Okay? All right, so one of the biggest things is some rules and guidelines for groups. I want to talk about some rules and guidelines that are important for both of you in this particular session. So, April, can you tell me some rules and guidelines that you would like to see here?
I would like, if I make a rule, that everyone, Annalise, has to stick with it.
This is going to be more rules and guidelines for this particular group. So it can be no yelling, no fighting, things such as that.
Whenever maybe not walking out of the room or not, whenever I ask her to do something, just don't say okay and not follow through with it. Or talking back.
Okay. Annalise, what kind of rules would you like to see in this group?
Maybe no hollering or yelling.
Okay, those are good rules. All right, one of the biggest things, and like April said, just make sure whenever somebody's speaking, be respectful and let them complete what they have to say. Okay? All right, so some of the things that we're going to talk about again is some of the things that was in the assessment, and I understand that there's a lot of tension in the home right now. April, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on between you and Annalise?
Right now, at the time, she's been grounded from her phone and she's not following through with staying off her cell phone. So that's definitely causing conflict. And being on her phone, catching her late at night on her phone and talking back and not doing her chores and making messes and not doing what she's supposed to do.
Okay, I understand completely. Annalise, can you tell me a little bit about what you feel is going on?
What I feel is going on is like she's not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel that's been going on?
Well, I do agree with her what she said, like I haven't been doing my part fully.
Okay, what's some of the things that you haven't been doing?
Cleaning my room.
You haven't been cleaning your room? Okay, what else haven't you been doing?
Chores and stuff like that.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you're refusing to clean your room and complete your chores that your mom asked you to do?
Sometimes I just feel I just feel like after a long day of school, I just don't want to do things.
Okay.
Because I'm very tired.
Okay, I understand that completely. April, what do you think about what she said?
I understand that she's tired, but also I feel that if there is a mess made, it's her responsibility. If a mess is made by her, it's her responsibility to clean up after herself.
Okay. Now I completely understand that. Annalise, do you understand what your mom's saying? Okay. Do you understand how that makes her feel when you don't listen to the things she's asking you to do? Okay. So I want to do a little exercise with both of you, and what I want you to do is really speak to each other and use I statements. Starting your sentence with I and really trying to explain to each other how you feel.
I feel when you don't listen, it makes me very frustrated. I feel very frustrated when you don't listen.
Okay, Annalise?
I feel like she's not giving,
It's okay.
I feel like, I feel kind of angry. Like, whenever, after a long day of school, and, me being already tired and grumpy as I am, after school, and that just puts more pressure on me.
So it makes you feel angry?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are some of the things that we can do in the home to release this tension? Because the tension is building, it's only going to continue to build, and it's only going to make things worse. So, what's some of the things that we can do and we can put into place to release some of this tension?
I could maybe give her chores maybe once or twice a week. Major chores, like major cleaning your room, once or twice a week, and maybe, or let her get settled down and have her shower and dinner, and then after she's been settled down from school, and then maybe ask her to do it.
Annalise, what do you feel about that?
I feel like that would be better because that give me time to relax and let off some steam.
Do you feel like that's something you would be able to follow through with?
Possibly.
Okay, so April, Annalise is agreeing with these terms. So let's talk about what's going to happen if she does not follow through.
If she doesn't follow through, because that's a big leadway, once or twice a week cleaning, maybe if she doesn't follow through, she will get grounded maybe from her cell phone, or not going to a friend's house. There will be consequences if she doesn't follow through.
Okay, I know previously in the session you mentioned that Annalise doesn't stay off her cell phone when she's grounded from it. What can we do to resolve that particular issue?
I could take it and take it from her and have it in my possession so she doesn't see her phone, and it won't make her grab her phone every time she sees it.
Okay, Annalise, how does that statement make you feel?
I don't really like it.
You don't really like it? Explain that to me.
Well, because, like, I like listening to music whenever I do things. And it just makes me feel like I could just do it faster, maybe.
Okay, I understand that. Do you understand what April was saying earlier, that if you completed your chores and if you did everything that you were supposed to do, then you wouldn't get grounded from your phone? Do you understand that? So can we agree that maybe it's your responsibility to follow through with your chores so you can keep the privileges of having a cell phone? Okay. So talk to me about the messes that your mom's talking about that you make and refuse to clean up. What kind of messes are those?
Pretty much just like my bed, and like whenever I come back from my dad's, like I put stuff on the floor right by my door and like not cleaning that up.
Okay, so what can we do differently to resolve that problem?
Like, I don't know, I've just been doing that for so long.
So it's a behavior that you've been doing for a long time. Has your mom been fussing at you about this behavior for a long time?
At first, no. But gradually, yes.
Okay, why do you think she started fussing about it?
Because she got tired of seeing the mess.
She got tired of seeing the mess. How does that mess make you feel after you've been cleaning all day?
Frustrated, very frustrated, because after cleaning all day, then I have to go behind my teenager and clean up. So it makes me feel very frustrated.
Maybe like a little disrespected at times?
Absolutely, very disrespected.
Okay, can you put that into an I statement for Annalise?
I feel disrespected when you don't do your part and clean up your part of the mess.
Annalise, do you understand what your mom's saying? You do. So again, what do you feel like you can do to not make your mom feel disrespected after she's been cleaning the house all day and you throw in your stuff on the floor?
And maybe take time and put it up.
You can take time and put it up? Okay. Maybe you and your mom can work together and find a specific place that these items can go. That way it can be neat and organized. Okay. So one of the other things that was on the needs assessment that I read through was you staying up on your phone in the middle of the night. That was another issue. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
My phone will like go crazy in the middle of the night, and I'll just have the need to check it.
Okay. Do you want to talk about who's messaging you in the middle of the night?
My friends.
Your friends? Okay. Annalise, do you have a bedtime?
9:30
Okay.
at my mom's and around 10 at my dad's.
So it's different at your
Yeah.
dad's than it is at your mom's. Do you feel like that's fair?
I feel like not really.
Not really. Is that something you've talked to your mom about?
No, not really.
Do you want to put that into an I statement for your mom?
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like I should be able to stay up past 10, or not past 10, but like bedtime at 10, because I'm 13 now, and I feel like I've gotten older, and I, can handle that time.
Okay, April, would you like to talk to Annalise about the change in the bedtime?
The rule is off the electronics at 9.
Okay.
Settle down at 9:30. So I think as long as you're settled down, we can definitely work on your bedtime being at 10. But off the electronics at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Do you feel like that's fair, Annalise? Do you feel like that's something that you can follow through with?
Maybe.
Okay, so explain maybe.
Maybe meaning I may lose track of time and because I'm watching a movie or something on my laptop.
Okay. So what can we do to resolve this issue?
Maybe set a timer or an alarm.
Okay, that's great. That's a great goal. Setting a timer or setting an alarm in order to get off the electronics at a correct time. Okay, I think that's a great goal. Is that something that you feel like you can follow through with?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. So is there anything else that you guys want to discuss that's been bothering you?
I would like to talk about the back talking.
Okay.
I feel like it's really disrespectful when she back talks.
Okay, Annalise, what's going on? Why are you back talking, Mom?
Because, I usually do it when people, after someone gets on my nerves or, makes me really angry. And, I can't really control the temper.
So you can't control your temper?
Sometimes.
So are you saying that Mom makes you angry?
No, I'm not necessarily saying her. After someone, my brothers, or, someone, my cousins or whatever makes me angry. And, I'll just take it off on that person.
Okay. So with Mom, why are you back talking Mom, though?
Because she's usually the first one to point out something.
Okay, so when she tells you something's wrong, it upsets you? Do you get angry often?
Not necessarily.
No, not really. Just when Mom tells you that you've done something wrong or you haven't done a chore, those things upset you?
Yeah, or like I said, with my brother or something, really aggravates me.
Okay. I understand that. So, and again, guys, the biggest part of the session is we want to reduce tension in the home. It's very important. So what can we do together to reduce the tension, reduce the fighting and the back talking that's going on?
Maybe we could take just a time out of the house without your brothers or everyone that's aggravating you, and maybe we could take a walk or just go outside or in another room and really sit down and talk instead of, back and forth, the arguing. And really take time out and acknowledge what each other's saying. That way there is no tension. It'll just be me and you talking.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Do you guys get much alone time?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so maybe during that time where your bedtime's a little bit different than your younger brothers, then possibly that can be some time set aside for both of you to where y'all can discuss some issues that occurred throughout the day, discuss some of the rules that you guys are going to be working on over the next week, and everything else. Do you feel like that would be a good idea?
Possibly is.
Possibly? Why possibly?
Because I feel like maybe we won't get that time much often. Because she's usually handling supper and doing my little brother's homework and stuff like that.
So but what if it's bedtime? What if it's after 9 o'clock once your little brother's in the bed?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. So maybe we should set a limit on it. Maybe we could say 2 days a week that you guys can get anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes of alone time just between you and mom to work on some issues that you guys have been having. Do you see a problem with that, or do you think that would be feasible?
I think that will definitely be feasible.
Okay. So everybody feels good about the session so far? Do y'all feel like y'all worked out some issues? All right, so let's recap some of the things that we talked about. Annalise, can you tell me a few things that you said that you were going to start doing to release some of the tension in the home?
Maybe like, don't stay up as late. Like set an alarm or time.
Okay,
Eat like at 9.
okay. What else did you say that you was going to start doing?
Cleaning up a little bit.
Okay. Very good. So do you feel like that that's too much, or do you feel like you're going to be able to follow through with both of those?
I think it's a reasonable amount.
Okay. And for your mom, what would you like to see your mom start doing to help reduce tension?
Not freak out as much.
What do you mean by freak out?
Like with my brothers, they get on her nerves a lot, and like whenever she's angry, she'll like call out everyone, which I understand because I do the same thing. But
Right.
you know, maybe just put that on a lower level.
Okay, so maybe not yell as much?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe she can learn to calm down a little bit, maybe deal with her stress a little bit better. Mom, what do you think about her statement?
I definitely agree with that. If I have a problem with your brothers, I need to take it up with them and not yell as much.
Okay, so we can work on some stress reduction techniques in the session next week that will help you learn to deal with that. Maybe some deep breathing exercises, counting to 10, and really just kind of learn to take some time for yourself. It seems like you're very stressed out. You have a lot going on, a lot of responsibilities. So maybe we can set aside some time for you specifically for yourself as well.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right, is there anything else that y'all want to add for the session, or? Okay, well, we're going to continue working on this. We're going to meet again the same time and the same day next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
sounds
thank
good.
you. Have a great day.